So, I think that I just must be out of my mind to do this, but I decided halfway through the month of November to completely change my NaNoWriMo project, and here we are. What's up, my fellow small business supporters? I'm Savvy. Today, I'm coming at you from the living room, and we are just going to have a very chill, fun chat on the couch today about NaNoWriMo and my decision to change my project halfway through the month and where we are right now with all of that. Quickly, though, before we get into the video, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Central, I have new videos coming out about books, writing, and small business owner life, and you will not want to miss those. So today, I'm doing another NaNoWriMo vlog of sorts, but I'm also kind of talking about my process of changing my project halfway through the month. A couple days ago was November 15th, the halfway point for NaNoWriMo. We were halfway through November, which means I should have been 25,000 words into my novel Indecent Exposure, which is the sequel to Sculpt Yourself. Unfortunately, I was about 10,000 words into it instead, and also was realizing that it's gonna take me more than a month to write this because there were just so many things in it that I hadn't yet accounted for. There were so many different parts of each character's voice that I wasn't fully comfortable just writing in yet. And I know that, like, kind of the goal of NaNoWriMo is to just keep going and to just keep writing even if it's getting tough. But I realized that, like, I had another draft of another book that I was having an easier time writing and could get done for NaNoWriMo, and meanwhile I could save the sequel to Sculpt Yourself, Indecent Exposure. I could save that for Camp NaNoWriMo and spend the months in between finishing up my outline for that and doing some free writes on the characters' voices and feeling like I was really preparing. Now, talking about this makes me feel kind of like I'm gonna let someone down. Like, I feel like I'm letting you guys down because I know there were people who were looking forward to this book, but that doesn't, like, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying that it's not gonna be finished, the first draft, by the end of November, which, like, I didn't have a release date set or anything, so I feel like maybe no one would be disappointed by that, but I worry about disappointing you guys because I know that a lot of people were looking forward to it, and I want to make sure that I don't disappoint anyone. But my new plan is now to finish it for Camp NaNoWriMo, which I'm just, like, switching the order of some of the novels I was writing. Like, I had an order set for which novels I was going to write during which months, and if you've seen my video about using a 5-year planner, I've kind of broken down over the next 5 years what I need to get done. So, as, like, being the kind of person who plans things over 5 years to break down goals into smaller goals that I can accomplish. It's very weird to suddenly switch a project halfway through November, but it's what I felt that I had to do to stay on track and to stay motivated to get it done and to feel proud of the work that I was doing, so I did that. I just don't want you guys to think I'm like a failure for not sticking with this one draft. But yeah, basically, I just realized that I'm dealing with a lot of themes in Indecent Exposure. I'm dealing with, the theme of, like, small business versus big business. I'm dealing with the theme of, artists working for exposure versus artists getting paid for their work. When is it okay? When is it not okay? Is there a black or white solution to any of this? Working with, the concept of, at what point does someone own a piece of intellectual property? And then on top of that, I was dealing with issues related to, characters being young and not having money, characters facing pressure from their families, characters, transitioning from one gender to another, like, all of these kind of things. And it was, like, I'm really in love with this story. Like, I'm really glad that I'm writing it, and I'm excited to continue writing it. I just know that if I try to finish it by the end of November, it's not going to be the quality that I want. And that everyone's like, the point of NaNoWriMo is it's just your first draft, so, like, your first draft doesn't have to be a good quality. It's okay. Like, you can just redo it, rewrite it later. And I know that, like, I've written multiple novels before. I know how this process works, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want the first draft to be, like, just an outline, I don't want to have spent the entirety of NaNoWriMo writing a first draft that doesn't have almost any of the characters. Like, voice, for me, is what drives a story forward. I'm really big on character-based stories that use a character's voice to bring out how they feel about something, where it's a very conversational style of writing. Anyone who's read Sculpt Yourself knows that, like, my writing is very conversational. It's characters talking casually to one another. it's almost like a mumblecore type of movie kind of thing. That's like when people, that's what one of the things people say they like about Sculpt Yourself, and I want to make sure I'm capturing that for Indecent Exposure as well, but I'm also trying to make sure the voices are distinct enough from the three in Sculpt Yourself and also distinct enough from each other. And I'm just not in the voices deeply enough yet. Now, you may be asking, well, Savvy, if you know that this novel wasn't going to get done by the end of November, what in the world makes you think you could write an entirely different book by the end of November? And the answer to that is that I am on a fucking roll with my business self-help book called #SavvyBusinessOwner. So a little while ago in my Instagram story and on Twitter, I took this poll of asking people, like, should I write my own business self-help book? Because I was getting so tired of business self-help books that I was seeing at Target or seeing, you know, at Barnes & Noble or wherever, like books that I was just reading about business self-help things, especially the books targeted at women. I was getting really tired of books especially targeted at women in business that were not giving concrete advice, that were just doing things like, you know, you need to start your business, you need to prioritize your business, you need to treat it like a business. It's like all this basic ass advice that is like, why did I even pay for this book when this is common sense? Either that or the books would be a lot of like motivation and like, you can do it, I promise, you're in charge of your own destiny, whatever. Like, I know that. I already am motivated and I already believe in myself. Why would I be starting a business if I didn't already believe in myself? At least that's how I see it. So I was like, where are the things about how to write a business plan? Where are my suggestions for how to raise startup capital? Like, I didn't need another book telling me I needed to go to this $2,000 business seminar, and I definitely didn't have $2,000 to go there, but I decided to do it. I decided to go there anyway because I needed to invest in myself. And I'm like, okay, but actually, like, physically, where did you get the $2,000 from? Did you, like, sell meth for a week? Like, what did you do? And so I'm over here like, I don't know how to physically get this money, and I eventually, through like crowdfunding and through loans, like I was able to start at my own business, and I want to give that advice and some of my best tips and what I've learned for that to other people. Like concrete advice about what I've done in my business and what I would suggest for other people and that kind of thing. Also, if you guys have watched any of my anti-MLM videos, you know how I do not consider multi-level marketing companies to be small businesses. They're just not. And a lot of business books that I've read targeted at women treat MLMs like they're a valid form of starting your own business, which they're not. They're manipulative and you're going to lose money in them. So I also kind of break that down and address that in this book. So basically, I've just had like a million ideas for this, and I think I've figured out the reason why. So when you're a small business owner, Christmas starts in like the middle of October for you. I have been celebrating the holidays since like October 15th. When I say celebrating, I don't mean like I don't have my tree up yet or anything like that, but I have been making holiday marketing graphics, I've been planning holiday events, I've been planning holiday special deals, I've been planning all of that because you need to understand that people are going to start their Christmas shopping usually over a month in advance, and so you need to have your stuff already in advance of that in enough time that people can see it multiple times and internalize it and know that what you have is an option for their holiday shopping. So when you're a small business owner, like, you know what it's like when you go to Target the day after Halloween and suddenly the whole store is decked out in Christmas stuff and you're like, why is it like this? Well, because for business owners, Christmas starts like 2 months ahead of Christmas. Because it's like November, which means I'm fully immersed in Christmas and in holiday stuff right now, I am just in a completely business mindset. I'm doing holiday events for Forever Home Friends. I'm doing holiday marketing campaigns. I released a special Holidays collection of the stuffed animals that have special like limited time accessories and handmade holiday things that go with them. So I've just been doing like all business all the time. I've been planning a big event. I've been doing a lot of book signings for the holidays, and my mind is just completely fixated on business right now. Now, what does this mean for future NaNoWriMos? Will I still be so fixated on business that I can't write a novel during those times? Like, I don't know. But I was realizing that, like, I was having, like, constant, like, thoughts and rants and things I wanted to write about my experience in business because that's what I'm, like, immersed in right now. And so I was like, why am I not doing this when I have this story I desperately want to tell? Just because I started another one already doesn't mean I can't switch partway through the month. And okay, right at the time that I'm filming this, it is November 17th, and I switched on November 15th, and I'm already 11,000 words into the new draft, which is farther ahead than I was on Indecent Exposure. Like, that one just wasn't ready yet, and this one is just here. Like, it's just in my heart. Like, I'm writing it, and I think I actually have a chance of getting 50,000 words done in this. Now, I know NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, and so when I was talking to Tyler about the fact that I wanted to switch, he was like, that's not a novel you're writing anymore, that's a self-help book, so it's not NaNoWriMo, it's like NaSeheboRIMO. Like National Self-Help Book Writing Month. And I was like, yeah, I guess, but that's unpronounceable, so I'm not going to put that in my video title because there will be no searches for that. But I guess, yeah, I'm trying something different now. And I just want to reiterate that the sequel to Sculpt Yourself, Indecent Exposure, is still coming. Like, I'm not giving up on that, and I'm worried that people are going to think I'm giving up on that just because I'm not going to finish it for this NaNoWriMo, but I just want to make it clear that it is coming. It is coming. I'm going to try to finish it for Camp NaNoWriMo and then try to get it, scheduled on a release schedule according to that. But now my goal for #SavvyBusinessOwner is to release it on my birthday, which is going to be September 8th, 2020, the day I turn 28. So that's my goal for it. We'll see if that works. But I'm just on a roll with this book. So I am going to keep on writing it, and I'm going to keep updating you guys on it. But thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for not feeling let down when I decided to change my project and had to give the other one some more time to fully develop. This one, I'm just so ready to write. And I am so excited for the title. I decided on #SavvyBusinessOwner because in one of my former anti-MLM videos, I was talking about how when I first found that Savvy Business Owner was a common hashtag on Instagram, it made me feel like I was going to be welcome in the Instagram entrepreneurship community, only to find that it was being appropriated by lots of MLM and pyramid scheme type companies. And that made me really sad because I'm like, I'm savvy and I'm a business owner. #SavvyBusinessOwner should have meant it was bait for me to join this community. But I was like, oh, it could be a perfect title for my book because I am savvy and I'm a business owner. I will see all of you guys again soon. But in the meantime, don't forget to support small businesses, especially when you're doing your holiday shopping. Happy writing, everyone!